What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're going back to Alice in Chains. Yes, indeed, Alice in Chains fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Amasaic, and this is actually one of Amasaic's 3 prioritized requests for the month of May for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Amasaic. I hope you enjoyed the show. Amasaic wanted to see me react to this song by Alice in Chains called Nutshell. Now, have I heard the song before? No. To the best of my knowledge, I have never heard the song before. This does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing, and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Snow Ultran, and the video has 268,894 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. Nutshell, Alice in Chains, lyrics. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Sometimes the lyrics are on the screen, sometimes they're not. So, we'll see. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, boy, let's do this!
I'm having the hardest time locking into the time on this. It's like 9-8 and then 15-8. That'd make it 24. But it's not, no, it's not though. It's not 6-4. I mean, it's not 12-4 either. It's, well, 12-4 could be 6-4. That's not. There's a. It's on and off beat. Each time it's an odd number count. I don't know. This is gonna drive me nuts. This is gonna absolutely drive me up the wall. If I can't lock in, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy the song. God dang it. Well, it sounds like the song is about to actually start. Like we're out of the intro and into the verse now. So I'm hoping maybe the verse will help me lock in, because right now I'm not locking in. If I can't lock in, I can't enjoy the song. I'm sorry. That's just how I'm wired. That's just how I am. can't enjoy the song. I want to enjoy the song, but I can't because I can't lock into the freaking time. God dang it. Why can't I lock into this? I keep coming back to 12. But I know that's not, it can't be right. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Maybe it is. Because it could be, hold on, hold on. If it's, that, oh. Maybe it is 12-4. That could explain a lot. Hold on. Okay, wait. Let's back up a little bit. Let me take a break. 12-4. Wow. Wow. Okay. I was getting so hung up on the eighth notes. Okay. What was throwing me off was the lead-ins. They're doing like a 2-measure lead-in. So it's like, it almost makes it feel like 6. But that's why. Okay. So it is 12-4. Wow. Good on that. Man, I was getting mad. I was really getting upset. Because I'm sitting there going, why can't I lock into this? Look, these guys are not Dream Theater. They're not going to sit there and write songs, or they're not Tool. They're not Tool or Dream Theater, and they're not going to sit here and write songs in 27/8 time. They're just not going to do stuff like that. It's got to be simpler than that. I mean, now look, 12-4 is not exactly simple, but it's you know, it's a lot simpler than something like, you know, 11/8 or something like that. So, okay. All right. Now I'm locking in. Now I could probably enjoy the song a whole lot more. Back up a little bit. Now I'm locked in. I'm able to just groove to it. So that's the thing, though, with me is if I can't lock into the time signature of a song, if I can't lock into the count, I'm sorry. I just cannot enjoy the song. I have to be able to count the measures in order to groove. That's how I am. So, yeah, the first minute was rough. Not gonna lie, man. Like the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, it was rough because I couldn't get it. But once I figured it out, now it feels good. It feels good. Let's finish this out, and then we'll get to the review. Yeah, I mean it's a good song. I need to think about it. I mean, I need to take everything into account. There's a few things I need to think about here and how much they're going to impact the score I'm going to give. So give me a few minutes. It won't take long. It's only going to take me like 10 minutes or something like that. Give me a few minutes. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Alice in Chains with Nutshell. This was a request from Amasaic, and this was actually one of Amasaic's 3 prioritized requests for the month of May for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Amasaic. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about it. I got a score here, and I feel good about the score. So, it may require a little explanation, but I don't think it's going to require a whole lot. I think most people will probably agree with what I'm going to say. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.3. Yep, 7.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. This song had a lot of subtleties going for it. A lot of little subtle things. Not a lot, but there were a few subtle things that were going for it that really kind of sold the song. For starters, the electric guitar work. Coming up to the front on occasion, but for the most part, kind of lingering in the back, which was very cool. Nice approach. Allowing the acoustic guitar to be more of the forefront, more of the driving force behind the song, and that felt really good. Drumming on this was sparse. Nothing crazy happening for the drumming at all. It was very subdued drumming. Again, lending itself to the feel of the song. The bass playing, very simple, just root note playing, and for a song like this, that's what you want. You don't want a whole lot of craziness happening in the bass line. Would there have been opportunity to... look, could he have? Yes. He could have moved around a lot more. Maybe like in a counter melodic line, but if I'm being honest, I think if he had done that, it would have sounded good, but I think it would have been a distraction. So what he did was just fine. The vocals on this, that haunting quality, and those 2 words, that haunting quality, you could put that pretty much on every single voice in this song. Not just vocal voice, but instrumental voice as well. Everything kind of had that haunting quality to it. Like this was like the swan song or something like that. I mean, this song really kind of had that feel to it. Like this was like the final farewell song. I'm just curious. I don't know. Is this the last track on the album? That would make sense. If I were the producer, looking at looking at this song and what it contains and how it moves and how it flows, I would make this the last song of the album. What a way to close the album. I really kind of hope that's the case, but I don't know if it is or not. Is this a... Okay, let me just... Now, I'm singing a lot of praises here, right? I'm going to give it some more praises here on top of it. What really did this song for me more than anything else was the timing. And I know that's going to sound weird, and a lot of people are going to scratch their head and go, what about Lane's vocals? What about the guitar playing? What about this and that? Guys, I already talked about those, and I gave them the credit they're absolutely due, okay? For me personally, though, the timing is what did this for me more than anything else. 12-4. Okay, I did not see that coming. I really didn't. Or you can look at it as 24-8, you know, however you want to look at it, but 12-4 timed. How cool is that? And the way they did it, subdividing it so that on the end of 8, so the end of 7, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 8. You know what I mean? So it gave it that feeling of like, okay, are we in 7-8 time or 7-8 and 9-8? You know, where are we here? I don't get it. It took me a while. It took me almost 2 minutes of the song to really lock in and go, wait a minute. I'm overthinking this. What was throwing me off was that upbeat. That one offbeat, that one upbeat there, that was, I believe it was on the end of 7 and right before 8. Or maybe, actually, hold on, maybe it was 8 and. Maybe it was the upbeat of 8. Actually, I think it was the upbeat of 8. That was throwing me off. And I was sitting there going, I'm not locking in, and I don't know why I'm not locking in because this is not making sense. There's a pattern. I could see a pattern, but I couldn't associate it with a time signature. And it was driving me up the wall. I had to sit here for a few minutes and really think about it and go, wait a minute. Look, this is Alice in Chains. This is not Tool. This is not Dream Theater. They would not be sitting here and writing songs in 17/8 or something like, you know, where you have 9/8 and 8 and 4/4. They just wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't be doing that. So there is something going on here that is simple and it's just passing me by. And once I was able to slow everything down and really focus not so much on eighth notes, but on just quarter notes, beat. And when that upbeat came, forced myself through it to lock into the quarter note pattern. And then I saw 12. And I was like, wait a minute. 12/4 time. Okay, let's try it. And then I did, and it lined up perfectly. And I was like, there it is. Once I found that, the song became a lot more enjoyable. But up to that point, I was struggling, man. I was struggling. But here's the thing. I like it when songs do that. I like it when songs force me to think, and they force me to count. Now, if it's too much and it becomes aggravating, then I lose interest, and I don't want to bother. I don't want to waste my time counting, and I don't want to waste my time at that point, though. And I'm like, oh, good, he doesn't want to waste his time counting anymore. No, that's not a good thing, because if I don't want to waste my time counting anymore, that means I don't want to listen to the song. I'll give up on it. I'll say, no, I have better things to do than waste my time trying to figure this song out that is way too complex. You know, forget it. And there have been songs like that. Dream Theater. Prime example, Octavarium. Good Lord, I hated that album. And I haven't listened to anything since because I saw the trend of them just getting more and more and more and more complex with their counting. And at that point, it's just like, okay, it's no longer an enjoyable song. It's just, you're just trying to make a point. How many times can you change key signatures and time signatures? That's not enjoyable. At least not to me, it isn't. So, I like the challenge, don't get me wrong, but I like the challenge to at least be able to be achieved. So, no, once I figured it out, I was enjoying the song a whole lot more. Would I ever put this as my favorite song from Alice in Chains. Never in a million years. This is not a favorite of mine for sure from Alice in Chains. I wouldn't put this top 10, or I wouldn't even put it top 20. Is it my least favorite? No, that honor still goes to Frogs. Congratulations, Frogs. You are my absolute least favorite Alice in Chains song. But at least so far. Now, I know there's still other songs I haven't heard yet, so you might get beat one day. But as it stands right now, Frogs is still my least favorite. This isn't my least favorite. I wouldn't even say it's a song I don't like. I do like the song. It's not one that I personally would ever go looking for. So that's why we're at the 7.3. It's a really good song. Some really good things going for it. I suspect if the producer had a brain in his head, he would have made this the last track on the album, because it's a perfect closer. But I mean, like I said, it's a really good song. Not what I would ever personally go looking for, but it's a really good song nonetheless. So that's why it's getting the 7.3, which by definition is a really good score. And if you don't believe me, take a look down below in my video description. You will clearly find my scoring system chart down there, where you will clearly see 7.0 to 7.9 is the grading scale for what? What does it say? What does it say? Does it say bad? Does it say okay? Does it say pretty good? No, it says really good. And yeah, 7.3 is right in there. So it's a really good song. It's getting a really good score. So 7.3, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.